We're live.
Great, thank you.
Go ahead.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
Um, you're so much more polite than I am, Teresa. I kind of go straight in with, if they're a bit shy in giving us the address, then we need them not be shy to onboard, because if they then place a purchase order, it takes longer for us to be able to onboard them. So I kind of give them a double whammy, and I just say, I have this address for you. Is it okay to raise the quote against the address? But I do attach the onboarding form to get you set up, so we can then proceed, when you receive the quote, and if you'd like to purchase, and then it's kind of on their radar. So it's kind of double whammy. If they don't want to onboard with us, or if they have an issue, then it's better to find out sooner rather than later that they then want a PO, and then they're like, well, no, we want to pay you in 750 days time.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, I haven't run into it, so I guess that's why I just kept doing it the way I was doing it, but it's probably a really good idea to
either or tends to work. It just kind of saves on email time, I find. For me, it's me looking to just kind of catch them while they're keen.
Yeah, no, good idea. Okay, so I'm just, because I tend to I gotta pay attention. Okay, so I'm just gonna create I'm gonna cut that out, put it here. I'm just setting up the information in the company account here. And X. Okay, I'm not putting a lot of detail in this yet. I could use his client, company, website, www.brownsugar.ca.
So Teresa, can you just walk us through that checklist that you have there? So you said it was a client. When would you use some of the other ones?
You know what? A lot of them I don't. Like if it's a partner, obviously, then we're going to click on partners. So if it's one of our, if we're giving out the evaluation licenses to partners and stuff like that, or even maybe SHI, and that would come under partner, I believe.
Atlassian Expert.
I don't even know. I've actually not really used most. Reseller, we don't really use anymore, other than maybe with SHI or whatever. They would be considered reseller, right? Yeah.
So generally, you'll either use client or partner, but the other ones don't really make much sense.
I don't think so. Louise, guys, do you use them often?
No, I don't use this very often.
Yeah.
No.
I'm not even sure.
I think this is like a really comprehensive list, not so much it's like, I think Mark Raff put in like everything it could potentially be, and maybe not so much like what we usually use.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay, so now I've got just about everything, and of course, the account owner. I'll put my name and the onboarding form I haven't sent. So when I do, I would fill that out. And that's it. So I've updated the company account. Okay, so we've got the information here. So now, it's hard doing this while I'm talking. Usually it's automatic. Okay, so I've got that set up. So now I'm going to go ahead and create the quote in Atlassian. So I'm going to go over to Atlassian here. I'm going to click on the buy button. And he wants 100 Jira, 100 Confluence, and 25 JSD. So we're going to do Jira. Now, can do this a couple ways, because you can see we have the options down here as well. So instead of going back and shopping, we can actually add the stuff right from here. Confluence. 100, we're just doing 12 months. And we'll add that click on quote and add that to our cart. Now you can see we've got these three. We need the script runners. So we're going to go back to shop, scroll down to marketplace. I'm going to do script runner and Jira. Okay, this is, if you recall yesterday what Kara was saying about how this would be populated if you had a Jira software in your license, it's asking you if you want to match that. So this is now filled in. You can see an example of that. For whatever reason, I never use this. I actually always use manual. I don't think it matters. Manual will click.
Isn't there an option, Teresa, if it's like a college or someone like that, that you put on academic pricing so the pricing goes down as well? Is that still there, or did they get rid of that?
Yes. Nope. Okay, my computer's messing up again, as usual. Can you hear me? No.
It's a little bit choppy for me.
Maybe turn off your video. I feel like that helps sometimes.
Yeah. Yep.
There it is, the academic pricing.
Yeah, I think that reduces it by like 25, 50%, something like that. It doesn't come up very often, but it will come up from time to time.
50%.
Yeah, 50%.
I think you're still on pause, Teresa. I can't really. Can anyone else hear Teresa, or is it just me that's?
No, I think maybe she's frozen.
Give it a second while she.
Okay. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, I shut everything down, closed tabs, everything before this call, and because this happens to me all the time. Sorry, guys. Okay, I did hear, Sam, you said something about the academic pricing. So just to touch on that, I'm going to pick my 100 user script runner. You'll notice the price is $250. If we click on the academic, it automatically changes the prices. And when you see the license itself, you'll notice that it actually has academic instead of commercial in the description. Okay, you can hear me, right? I'm getting nothing.
Yep, we can hear you.
Okay, so I'm going to add that now to the quote. And we'll see that we've got everything here. They're all 12 months. Confirmed Jira software 100, JSD 25, Confluence 100, and Script Runner 100. So I'm going to save the quote. And I'm going to scroll down here. You're going to notice your name is automatically populated in here because you're the one creating it. I'm based out of the US, so it's going to be in, that's already populated. Now they want we have to set up their information. So this is the technical contact information that you want to get correct. If this is wrong, they won't receive the licenses. So I'm going to grab, so I always copy and paste. And John Smith. Okay, same with the address. So I'm going to be going from the company details just to make sure I do it all, get it all right. Oops, which way am I going? And we don't need the postal code, so I won't bother with that. So now we'll continue. Continue. Just to review the quote, and you'll see now that we've got the pricing, but it's also showing our discount here. So this is the discount. This is our price, what we'll be paying. Everything looks correct. Double check the information, blah, blah, blah. All good. So now we're going to accept the terms and save.
Teresa, I have a really quick
Yep.
question for you. On that cost that you've just said is our cost, I'm assuming that no customers can see that. That's just because we're a partner.
Yeah.
Is that correct? Yeah, cool. I just wanted to double check because as Cara knows, Crest was asking about the cost that we had provided them versus the retail cost. So I just wanted to make sure that when I say they're the same, that's all they can see. But that's cool. Thank you.
Yeah. So you'll see when I download, like we have the Atlassian quote,
Mhm.
and then we create ours. And the naming convention is actually it's pretty serious because we've had instances where the wrong quote by sales has been given to the customer, being the Atlassian quote. So by keeping the naming convention consistent with the ABS at the beginning, at least everybody knows that that's the quote the customers can see. Okay, so I copied the AT number, and I'm just back again. Yeah.
Great. Thanks for clarifying that.
Yeah, no problem. I'm freezing up again.
Yeah, I think your sound's kind of taken off again, Teresa.
Yeah, okay, I think I'm back. Here we go. No,
Yep, that's better.
that's better. Okay, I can't get this to. All right. So I copied the AT quote. And I'm just going to put it in the ticket. And then I'm going to go back and I'm going to download it. So to download it, you're going to go to view your quote. It's 0126, which is right here. And you can confirm by clicking the arrow. It'll drop it down and show you the licenses and who this particular one is for. That way you can just reconfirm before you download. Okay, and then I'm going to, okay, so I've done that. So we're not co-terming or anything on this. They're all going to be the same date anyway. So I'm going to run it through HubSpot, or Quote Hub, rather. By clicking on the Quote Hub button, I'm going to browse for the file, which is here, and I always keep mine in the downloads. Now, because it's Canadian, I'm going to do it through our Canadian entity. And it's going to be in Canadian dollars. So let that process. Hopefully I can race through this really quick because we have a hard stop it, don't we? Okay, copy the invoice number, go here. Paste it in here. Okay, so now I'm going to go over to Xero, and we're going to create the actual quote. I'm going to go to Accounts, Sales, Invoices, and you'll see the new quote is here, 2718. You'll see there's the AT. Click on that. I'm going to probably speed this up so we can get it. Okay, actually, missed a step already. So I have to create these guys in Xero. So I'm going to first hit the plus sign and create a contact. And I'm going to do this really quick. Okay, and then I can add another person here, which he had mentioned that he wanted AP added. Not necessary, but we can do it. So we'll just do AP at brownsugar.ca. Actually, I'm going to put this training example so that finance knows what this is. And then to include AP or any additional, you've got a thing here to include them in the emails when we send out our quotes and invoices. So you can click that button. Okay. And I feel like I'm moving in slow motion here. So now we're putting in the address. So you can actually have two different addresses. Typically, you're going to keep it, I think there's various occasions. Typically, you can just click same as postal address. But this is where you could put a secondary address if it was required. And then I will typically not fill in most of this stuff. I let finance kind of handle that, but I will put in the default currency. And we'll save. Okay, so now we've created the company contact in Xero so that we can start billing them. So now I'll go back to accounts, back to sales. Find my quote again. You'll see if you start typing it up, it'll come up in a drop down automatically. And if finance or you had actually set some, say the terms, the due dates that all would set up if they'd set up the terms, you would automatically see that populate as well. So, but they didn't. So we're going to say July to August. And you'll see it'll go out 30 days automatically, but we don't want to really let it close on a Saturday or Sunday. So we're going to say on the 24th, push it back to the Friday. And then you'll, of course, see how it's been out. The AT quote and the sales ticket are auto-populated. This guy here, we're going to give discounts. So we're going to switch our template to HSBC discount. Make sure it's in Canadian dollars because sometimes that doesn't translate. And then we're going to populate these. So I'm going to give them a 2% discount. And these are all 250 code because they're Atlassian. Well, they won't all be. Also for Canadian, you're going to see in the drop down, Canada has a multitude of taxes. Some of them we might have to confirm. There's specific taxes for licensing versus our PS services. So sometimes you might have to confirm that piece with finance before you go ahead. In this case, where's Ontario? And Ontario HST is 13%. So we're going to put that in there.
So a quick question. If this was coming from, say, Brown Sugar was in British Columbia, would you just generally just jump onto that one and put 12% in?
Well, so you can see that they've already set it up. So BC has the GST for MSPS sales of 5%, but you have to pay the GST and PST for licensing at 12%. Okay. So it's already in there.
So it's the source of the customer is what we're putting in. Okay, good.
Yeah.
Not where we're registered in Canada, but the actual.
No, it's based on the province we're shipping the licenses to.
Okay, thanks.
Okay, and then of course, Script Runner, we're going to do the 2% discount and we're going to use the code the account code of 240, which is adaptive as product script runner, instead of 250. And we're going to just switch that to Ontario. Now we're going to add our lines in. We're going to put in our technical contact. End client, I always just go up here, copy. And terms. Now we've got the general. You're going to notice, Kara, we don't have the AVST terms in Canada. So if we only had script runner on here, I have to go searching for the actual terms. That was supposed to be added. Can you add those still, Kara?
Yep, I can get that fixed.
Okay, thank you. All right. I keep forgetting to mention it. I just keep doing it. Okay, so now I'm going to do a quick check. Brown sugar, July to August 24th. The invoice number's there, AT. This tends to switch back. So even though I picked it, I went ahead and worked on the quote. Come back, it's gone. So make sure that stays. Canadian dollars, 2% discount all the way down, 250, 240 for script runner. All the tax is the same. Technical contact and client and terms. We're using general because we've got the JIRA and the Confluence on there. We're going to go back to view draft, view invoice. Now I want to download and I want to, 1 minute, create, I'm going to download the quote. Put in the, what's today, 25, July 20. When you're doing it, so this is the naming convention. I use AVST. We all I think we kind of do it the same. AVST is always at the beginning though. And change this to quote, not instead of invoice. And then you'll see that that's the numbers there for the client. Okay. And I'm going to grab this link because we want to link this invoice to the ticket. So the first thing I'm going to do is go up here. I'm going to click on more, link. What is it, 2718? And click on web link. Put that in. I always show which entity I've actually created it in for easy lookup. Link that. I'm going to go down here. I'm going to attach the quote.
So while Teresa wraps this, everyone's got a link to Tom's operations meeting, right? It starts at 11. Just making sure.
We're already late. Do you want to wrap this up for now? And
yeah. Why don't we wrap this up just so we make sure that we make that one, and then tomorrow, if we can kind of start here, and then Karen can go into her scenario right afterwards. I think we'll have a bit more time tomorrow because we don't have Tom's meeting after.
Okay. Yep, that's fine. Okay.
Cool. Thank you so much, Teresa. Let's just jump over to that one, everyone. And Sam, if you don't mind adding this to the page afterwards, that'd be great.
Yeah, thanks, Teresa. Great
Okay.
job.
Thank
Yeah.
Great. Thank you so much.
Bye.
Just
Bye.
yourself,
Thanks. Bye.
Bye. Bye-bye.